The Detroit Pistons are slowly but surely and very quietly building a potential future super team of a roster. Now, I'm not saying they're even close to that yet, but they do have all the building blocks for it. They have tons of high ceiling young guys on the roster. They're going to have tons of picks coming in as well. They're going to have cap space. They just have a lot of avenues to really build up this roster and really accelerate the growth of this rebuild they've been on for the past few years now. So I think for sure that they have a very bright future, and I'm going to be getting into all the reasons I do think that they have such a bright future in this video. So if that does sound interesting to you, please hit the like button and subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. But without further ado, without rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. The first thing I want to get into is the fact that they have their backcourt of the future already down packed. Now, obviously, that is led by Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, when he is healthy, is a very, very good player. He had a very good rookie year. He had a very solid sophomore season going until he got injured. And overall, he is just a very high-level player. And if he can come back from his injury and look like the Cade Cunningham he was before the injury and keep developing on that and keep building, he is going to probably become at least an all-star level player when things are all said and done. And he is only, I think, like 21 years old. He's very, very solid. I liked him coming out of the draft. I have him as my second best player coming out of that draft. So I just think for sure Cade Cunningham is going to be a very, very good player for them and probably their point guard for the foreseeable future. And then obviously another big name in this backcourt is Jaden Ivey. He is the rookie this year and he has shown a ton of flashes to be very happy about. Now, although it has been an up and down rookie season, he's had his moments. He's also had his bad moments. That is also how every rookie season ever pretty much goes, unless you're just LeBron or something. And Jaden Ivey does have shown tons and tons of potential. I had him as the best guard out of this class, and I think he has shown that he has been probably the best guard in this entire draft class. And I think for sure, over as time goes and as him and Cade actually get to play together, they should develop a lot of chemistry. They should know how to play each other very, very well. And I think these minutes of Jaden Ivey being the guy with Cade Cunningham out, I think this is going to help Jaden Ivey's development a lot because now he knows what it takes to be the guy on a team, and it's going to make his life even that much easier when Cade Cunningham does come back. And I think they both have all-star, maybe even superstar level potential at their peak level of play. And then even kind of an honorable mention here, I have Killian Hayes, who's probably solidified himself at this point as being their backup guard because he went on like a 20 to 30 game stretch this season with Cade Cunningham out where he looked like a very, very good guard, maybe even a top 15 guard in the league. Like he looked extremely good for a 30 game stretch. Now he has came back down to earth a good bit since then, but I mean, there was a point to where Killian Hayes was very much looking like that top 10 pick that he was picked at just a few years ago. So I think he has definitely solidified his spot in the rotation at least, and he has shown flashes that he might have potential to grow going into the future and could be a very solid rotational guy at least. But then even kind of moving on to their front court, they even look like they might have their front court for the future as well, as they have three guys that, although I think two of them have very high ceilings, they have three guys that are legitimately starting level players in the NBA. The first player I want to get into is going to be their rookie Jalen Duren. Now Jalen Duren, although I wasn't as high on him because I thought people had him going like top 5, top 10, although I wasn't as high on Jalen Duren as most people, I really like the Detroit Pistons picking him because they just picked Jaden Ivey and he was their second pick in the lottery, and I think getting a guy like Jalen Duren is still valuable to your team, although I don't think he has the highest upside. Jalen Duren is an extremely athletic big. He has great rim protecting potential. He's already shown that he's a good rim protector. He can be a very good rebounder, but his offensive game does lack. He doesn't have really any jump shot game to really talk about. He doesn't have great touch around the rim. He has some, but he doesn't. It's not like NBA level touch right now. He mainly scores from dunking the ball or laying it up on a fast break or something. But Jalen Duren has tons of upside when it comes to the defensive end and when it comes to rebounding and just being an athletic force that no one wants to go against in the paint. Now, like I said, Duren does have his shortcomings on the offensive end, but due to his athleticism, it does give him somewhat of a high ceiling. And then the next guy I want to get into is their power forward in Isaiah Stewart. And Isaiah Stewart is a very, very solid guy. When he was coming out of the draft, I basically said he was going to be this average power forward, very big, going to be able to grab boards, do the dirty work, and he is also a very good rim protector as well. Very solid on defense, and overall, no matter who they go with as their starting center, Duren or Wiseman, I think Stewart is going to be their starting power forward for a very long time because he's just very solid and does all the little things that you need to be had on a very good team. And then their last guy, I kind of mentioned him already, James Wiseman. They just traded for him, and they basically traded for him for nothing. They gave up Sadiq Bey, who was not in their future plans. It looked like they weren't really utilizing him the way he was utilized in past years, so they just thought they would move on while they could still get something for him, and they were able to get the former number 2 overall pick. And although Wiseman hasn't had the best year of his career or even the best start to his career with the Warriors, The Warriors are also probably the worst situation for a young, high upside center to go to, because they just want a guy who's going to rebound, block shots, and kind of get out of the way. And that's what they have in Kevon Looney. They don't want a guy like Wiseman who can make his own shot, can make his own offense, and try to really be a playmaker, because you already have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson to do that, and even Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole. So they don't really need another guy like that, and they would rather a guy like Looney who's going to do all the dirty work. And although Wiseman isn't known for being a hustle player doing the dirty work, he still has very good athleticism. He can score the ball, he has good touch around the rim, and he's even have pretty solid rim protection as well. So I do think Wiseman's career is far from done, and I think he does have a future in the NBA, and he even had a fairly solid debut with the Detroit Pistons in his first game with them. And the last thing I want to get into for this video is going to be that they're going to be adding yet another lottery talent to this team, and they have been a very good drafting team in the past few years. They've had a very good track record. They've added guys like Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, even among other, Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and they've just done a lot of good things in the draft in the past few years. So if they get another high lottery pick in this year's stacked draft class, they're pretty much guaranteed to get somebody that's going to fit them. I think someone like Brandon Miller would fit them almost perfectly. Azur Thompson could fit very good with this team, and they just have so many players that could fit very, very well with this team and probably fit their biggest need, which is small forward, because although Bojan is their best player, I don't think he fits on the timeline at all, and he's probably not in their long-term future plans for when they really plan on being a very good playoff level team. Unfortunately, guys, that's more for this video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think Detroit could potentially build themselves up to be a very good team going into the future? What do you think they should do? Who do you think they should draft? Do you think Wiseman should be the starter? Do you think Duren should be the starter? Or any of your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, a subscribe button, mean the absolute word to me, and I hope you have a blessed day, because I have a blessed day, so you have a blessed day. All glory to God. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah.